Welcome to the show. This is Future Shock. I'm Edward St. Bay. Well, it's been a great week. We've had interviews with Elon Musk on from his recent appearance and speech at the Milken Institute, and also we've had Sam Altman on throughout the week talking to the entrepreneurs group at Stanford University, and both of those two guys, right? And it is funny right now. Elon Musk is suing OpenAI and suing Sam Altman over, I guess, some disagreement they have at the beginning of the startup of OpenAI. Elon Musk was involved with the startup. So, what an interesting time, and two of the leading guys, and both of them have such just absolutely astronomical projects going on right now. You know, Elon Musk, of course, you know the story there across all of the different platforms he's involved with. But also Sam Altman. Sam Altman and Microsoft are partners on OpenAI, and now, as I understand it, Sam Altman, OpenAI, and Google are working on a supercomputer project, which will be the largest supercomputer that's ever been even imagined. The hugest compute project. Data center on the planet, and something that is just astronomically off the charts as far as the ability of that project. Trillions of dollars of investment going into that. Anyway, they've been talking about it. That's what I have read, and I guess that's been announced, at least on some level. But anyway, so an exciting future ahead. So we've got another clip from Elon Musk's recent talk, and we've got another clip from Sam Altman. So sandwiched in between there, we've got something that I thought will be interesting. It's 7 new free AI tools that you can use. Now, we've used a lot of them here. You know, of course, OpenAI, we talk about ChatGPT-4 a lot on the show because we use it. That little open you just saw, the graphics that say Future Shock, well, those were created by ChatGPT-4. I call that particular application, since you're dealing with it on a personal level, you're sending prompts in. I just developed the relationship with the AI, and I call him Alfred. And we've got Alfred here. We've got an avatar for Alfred, so we can see Alfred when he speaks. But I have to bring him out if you haven't seen that. But Alfred is ChatGPT-4 for us. So I've asked Alfred for help on different projects, and I would put in my prompt and he would come back. There's a graphics aspect in there called DALL-E, right? So I would ask for a particular image and he would come back with the image, and we would talk about it and give him another prompt, and he would come back with something different. Finally, we got something we could use. And so let's take a look. If we've got the Future Shock graphic, we could pop that up and you can see. Here's an example of what we use for the opening of this show using ChatGPT-4. It's called DALL-E. That's the aspect of it. And we've got one for Magic Hour channel, which is another project we've got, and also Future Shock. Now that's one of them. We've got a few of them. There we go. So these are a few of them. You kind of explain through your prompt what it is you want. And you know, I noticed a lot of the ones that I've gotten back have been really like kind of futuristically, and of course I'm saying futuristic. I'm using that in my prompt. I'm telling him I want something sort of that will sort of describe the shock that humanity is going through as we enter this age of AI. So kind of a sci-fi feeling to it, and so anyway, that's those are the ones that Alfred came back with. But on the other project we have that I needed graphics for, which is the Magic Hour channel, which is the 24/7 movies, right? We've got that on channel 7.2 now. We moved it up from 7.5 this week. So now it's on 7.2, so we have to update that graphic. But the Magic Hour channel is 24/7 movies, back to back to back, from our old movie library. And these are some of the images that Alfred sent me back via my prompts to him. I asked for this one, for example, I asked for sort of a Hollywood starlet type background. And anyway, so and now that's supposedly, it looks like Marilyn Monroe, but Alfred assured me it's not Marilyn Monroe. It's sort of a prototypical image of a starlet from the golden age of Hollywood. So, you know, because he's not supposed to tie into any exact personality. That's the way that he's trained to operate. So it's a facsimile of a starlet. could be any starlet, you know, that looks sort of like Marilyn Monroe. But anyway, so there you go. So, all right, now, so the story we've got, the clip we've got in between these interviews with Musk and Sam Altman today, it's 7 new free AI tools to help you become more productive. I think they might talk about Udio in here. Now, let me just explain about Udio. I've always kind of had an interest in music my whole life. So, you know, and growing up and playing music, rock and roll music, growing up in the New Orleans area, you know, that's great. But if you're a singer like I was, you know, a rock and roll singer growing up, while you're in college and such, you know, you're sort of limited. You're working with your guitar player. You're trying to create projects. You know, you got a guitar player, you know, and you're writing lyrics and singing. Okay, but you're limited, right? I was, because I didn't play anything. So I only sang. So now you see, here's the situation. Here's an example of somebody who's interested in music, who's a singer, who can write lyrics, and wants to, you know, create. But now working with AI, you've got that extra tool. So here's the amazing thing about Udio. And there are other text to music applications out there too. But Udio is the one that I kind of cognited on, and that's the one I use to create this little graphic. I hope we've got it, that we can run it. It's the opening to this show. And then I want to show the one that Udio did with me on the jingles that we put inside the Magic Hour channel. So Clarence, if you've got, let's go to the one with the Magic Hour channel. Instead of running them both, this is a prompt I put in. I wanted a kind of a jazzy type, golden age of Hollywood, jazzy type theme that we could run as a little vocal and jazz piece under the graphic that comes up on the Magic Hour channel, showing what the next film was going to be coming up, right? Sort of like a scheduling thing. But this would be the background for the copy that's imprinted on it. So this background image and then the music under it. So I prompted in the lyrics of what I wanted, and I explained to Udio the type of music I wanted, prompted it all in, just like we do with ChatGPT 4, and it came back with this. Let's see if we can take a look at that.
It's the magic hour, linger a while and dream. It's our magic hour, let's escape the mundane scene. Linger a while and dream, let's escape the mundane scene.
And that little graphic at the end was also a graphic that was created on ChatGPT 4. Our ChatGPT 4 Alpha created that for me on the DALL-E application inside ChatGPT 4. But you can see the music. Now, I prompted in what I wanted, and you can go custom, you can go instrumental, you can go where the Udio AI will create the lyrics for your little project, or you can go completely custom, give it the prompt for the music that you want, but also give it the actual lyrics. And there's a little format that you have to put it into. So if you've got chorus, verse, whatever it is, you have to mention this is the chorus, and then your lyrics, and then this is the verse, put that in. And then that's what came back. I didn't specify if I wanted a female singer or a male singer. It came back with a female singer. Now, we have another one with a male singer, like a Frank Sinatra-esque type singer, and I don't know if we have that one, but that's another clip, and if we don't, we'll have it. We'll try to locate it so I can play it for you. And it's a gentleman doing a jazz vocal about Magic Hour. Another, Magic Hour. Escape with us for a moment into the golden age of Hollywood and just forget about your troubles and get lost in that film. Dream away. That's kind of the concept. That's what I'd like people to do when they watch the project. And for me personally, after having those old films all these years up on shelves and using them sporadically, finally we've got a vehicle to use them. And why not? When you're in the television business, you have sub-channels. These days we've got a channel 7, okay? But now they've broken up the spectrum in a way that you can have multiple channels. And what are you going to do with all those channels? You're going to try to monetize them all? Maybe you can lease out some channels to other people, but you can run one channel, but it's hard to run 6 channels. But if you've got content, you can put it on yourself. Now you've got something that's got legs, in my opinion. Yes, it's a sub-channel, but also now we're streaming it on, right now we're not yet on Amazon. We're working on it, and we're about to have the Android one done also, and Apple TV. But we're already on we're on one of them anyway, and it's been running for a few weeks, and it's going well, and people are able to see it, outside of our television market. So Channel 7 is across the Gulf Coast, but now the Roku app is out, so you can look at. I watch it at home on Roku, and it's the most satisfying thing to see those old films live again. So many people haven't seen these films. Young people, I kind of grew up watching the old black and white films, but young people today, when you see that for the first time, you see the golden age of Hollywood recreated, the moguls, the guys who created Hollywood, they were at the helm when these films were created. These were films that, they don't make films like that anymore. It's the greatest age of Hollywood. It's when Hollywood was created. We've got a lot of those old films. So anyway, it's fun. Okay, now we're gonna first today start off with Elon Musk. This is very recent. This is just from a few days ago. Elon Musk spoke to Michael Milken at the Milken Institute annual big meeting. So let's go to that and find out what Elon is thinking today.
On the audience here is that maybe I'd give you a few of your quotes and you can comment on them. Okay, let's start with this one. Free speech. Freedom of speech is the bedrock of democracy.
Yeah.
Without it, America ends.
Yes, it's obviously not possible to have democratic elections if people do not have access to the information that would allow them to make the right decision on a candidate or a party. So if speech is constrained in a fundamental way, you just can't expect people to make the right decision or an informed decision because they are prevented from being informed. I think it's a foundational element, and I have to say, like, why is freedom of speech, the First Amendment? Is because people came from countries where if you spoke freely, you would be imprisoned or killed. That was why they were like, you know what, we should make sure that we got that one. I remember that time when they tried to kill us back in the other country just for saying we didn't like a political candidate. Let's make sure that's okay in America. And so actually, in a lot of parts of the world, you can't really say, most parts of the world, you can't really say what you want to say without some bad consequences. And sometimes people forget, like, why is the Constitution there? The Constitution there is to protect the people from the government. It's to make it hard to change things. That's why the Constitution exists. Yeah. We shouldn't forget about that. Like, don't take it for granted.
Let's try the next quote.
Yeah.
The fundamental error of socialism is shifting capital allocation from highly effective entrepreneurs to astonishingly ineffective government.
I think we'll find hearty agreement in this room. Yeah, I think that this is definitely a stacked deck on that front. But yeah, you'll hear this sort of argument like, oh, we shouldn't have some greedy corporation do it, we should have the government do it. I'm like, actually, the government is just a corporation in the limit. So a government is the corporation with a monopoly on violence. So if you're unhappy with a commercial corporation doing it, you should be actually very unhappy with the government doing it, since it is simply a corporation, the most corporate thing. And you can actually easily get more sway in a company than you can, the outcome of a company, than you can in the government. Everyone's experienced this going to the DMV. Have you said, do you want the DMV at scale? Probably not, okay?
All right,
the government is the DMV at scale.
Let's try another one. Discriminate on the basis of anything other than merit is wrong.
Yeah, I think we do need to have a merit-based system, because as soon as you go down the path of you're going to discriminate on non-merit-based, then where do you stop? Yeah, I think we need to be as rigorous about merit as possible. And while it is, to me that seems like it's a foundational thing. Again, I also think this room is probably supportive of a merit-based situation. But yeah, that is, I think we should be, not discriminate on anything other than merit.
All right, good. Yeah. I'm happy you agree with yourself.
Exactly. I'm like, wait, who is this guy? He really sounds great.
All right, so let's look at the next one. Regulation and regulatory consistency. Like Gulliver, tied down by thousands of little strings, we lose our freedom one regulation at a time.
Yes. So this is actually a very important point that I think is not talked about enough, that laws and regulations are immortal. They don't die. Humans die, but laws and regulations can last forever. If year after year there are more laws and regulations passed and more regulatory bodies created, eventually everything will be illegal. And that's why you see the California High-Speed Rail has made a tiny section that doesn't even have rail on it, and for, I don't know, several $1 billion. Because everything's, at this point, California has made almost everything illegal. So you can't make progress. Now, historically, what has cleared away the cobwebs of regulation has been war. Now, we prefer not to have a war. So in order to have civilization function without war, you have to actively eliminate laws and regulations. So you have to have basically a garbage collection process for rules and regulations. That is necessary. Otherwise, you get hardening of the arteries, and over time, nothing can get done. The most poignant example that I can think of that happened this week was the sad picture of the California High-Speed Rail, which is just billions of dollars spent for practically nothing. But it'll only get worse year after year. So we must have a regulatory clearinghouse garbage collection process. This is essential, or civilization comes grinding to a halt.
We used to have sunset, that regulation would sunset. Unfortunately, it's rare today.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, that was from this week. That's Elon Musk talking to Michael Milken, and boy, what a great interview to be able to hear straight away from Elon Musk some of his ideas, and on lots of different areas other than just high tech. Okay, so also now we've got a lot to accomplish here in a short period of time. I want to show some of these new free AI tools to help you become more productive. And we've also got Sam Altman in the wings from his recent interview at Stanford. So let's go now to a few, if not all 7, a few of the new free AI tools to help you become more productive, which are available right now.
With AI advancing so rapidly these days, creators like us now have tons of new tools to make content creation easier. But with so many options out there, it can be challenging to pick which ones to try. In this video, we'll recommend 7 free AI tools for content creation based on our analysis of more than 100 AI tools. Whether you need avatars, voiceovers, writing help, or ideation prompts, our picks aim to save you time while producing high-quality content. So let's get started. Coming up first is HeyGen, a user-friendly platform for creating realistic AI avatars that speak in your own voice. It enables you to quickly generate animated videos with custom spokespeople for tutorials, YouTube channels, marketing campaigns, and more. Some standout features include the Instant Avatar Creator for crafting personalized AI hosts in minutes, the option to translate scripts into multiple languages, and a template library with pre-made scenes for ads, e-learning, and other use cases. Overall, HeyGen makes producing engaging, professional quality videos easy even if you have no production experience. The text-to-speech and gesture capabilities result in avatars that feel almost human. If you're looking for an intuitive tool to bring your content to life through conversational AI avatars, it is worth exploring.
Are you struggling to explain your idea? Your audience is not getting what you're trying to say. An animated explainer video is a perfect solution for you. Explainer Video simplifies any complex ideas through engaging animations, transitions, voiceovers, and meaningful scripts, which all together create a fun experience for any viewer. And here comes Ten Studio, a team of skilled professionals dedicated to creating engaging explainer videos. With over thousands completed projects, we have the expertise to create explainer videos that break down your message and connect with your audience. Get in touch with Ten Studio today.
Next up is Play.ht, a versatile text-to-speech software with natural voice options for podcasts, videos, screen readers, and other audio uses. It harnesses AI voices from top providers like Google, Amazon, and IBM to convert text into human-like speech with emotion and accent options. Key highlights include the broad language support in over 60 languages, the neural voices that sound incredibly realistic, and the ability to fully customize pronunciations. For creators, it also provides full commercial rights, so you can monetize audio generated through the tool. If you want to skip hiring voice actors, or are looking to quickly turn a script into a narrated version, it's an affordable and efficient choice. The quality voices paired with tuning tools result in listening experiences that engage audiences. Now we have GravityWrite, an AI writing assistant that can generate and refine content in over 70 languages. It's designed to help individuals and teams create well-written copy faster. You can produce multiple formats like blog posts, social captions, scripts, and more. It also makes optimization easy with built-in SEO and plagiarism checkers. Top features include topic and outline generation, style options to match brand voice, engagement metrics to preview audience interest, and a collaboration workspace. For busy writers and marketers, this AI tool accelerates content creation in a user-friendly way. While human oversight is still required, its writing suggestions and productivity tools provide helpful AI support. If you find yourself struggling with writer's block or simply want to maximize efficiency, it's worth incorporating into your process. So now we have Guida, a handy Chrome extension for creating step-by-step documentation and tutorials. It records your on-screen actions and generates a visual guide that others can follow. To use it, simply navigate to the website you want to document and click the tool's extension icon to start capturing screenshots. It will detect when you switch screens or pages and stitch everything together chronologically. You can then edit screenshots, add text explanations or audio voiceover, and share via a private URL link, HTML embed code, or MP4 video. For coaches, customer support reps, or anyone who needs to demonstrate processes visually, it saves time while delivering an interactive learning experience.
And we'll have more on those 7 free AI tools next week. We have a few more to go. But right now, it's time for a message from the sponsor of this program, which is Pendragon Apothecary. It's the forward-leaning wellness shop here in Ocean Springs. That's the sponsor of the show. It's pendragonapothecary.com if you would like to look at our products online. What do we have? Well, we've got, I would like to say it's a forward-leaning wellness shop. It's kind of a biohacking center in a way. And so that's kind of what we're becoming, I think, because really the old tinctures and the old herbal medicines, things that have been around, in the folk medicine cabinet forever, like elderberry tincture and things like that. Well, they're finding out now that these things really do help people. They have a way of blocking the virus from replicating, for example, elderberry. And maybe that's why it became a folk remedy in the first place. It actually worked to help people from getting sick or helping you to get better quicker. Anyway, but it's much more than just elderberry. Although elderberry is pretty profound, really, I think, and it grows locally. We've got locally based, organically grown, wildcrafted, organic elderberry products. But we've also got all of the 7 sacred mushrooms, which they have impacted people's health for thousands of years. Vedic medicine in India and also Chinese medicine. They've been using medicinal mushrooms in the wellness world forever. Forever, many generations, thousands of years, in fact. But in the Western world, it's been kind of a slow go. But people were finding out about it, like reishi powder, or lion's mane, which they're discovering and have discovered, and people over in that part of the world known for a long time. It helps with cognitive issues. It sort of gets the brain percolating again, So these are the types of products we have. We've got blue lotus tea, which is the flower of the blue lotus plant. We've got blue lotus light red wine, which is an infusion of the blue lotus and light red wine. The Egyptians used that thousands and thousands of years ago in spiritual connectivity. So meditation, prayerful meditation, and also relaxation, whatever. If you Google it, you find Blue Lotus was really totally infused into the ancient Egyptian culture. It's in the hieroglyphics. There will be people, embracing each other with the Blue Lotus next to them. Lots of different depictions of Blue Lotus ingrained in the ancient Egyptian culture. Okay, we've got no more time. I wanted to do the Sam Altman interview, but we're out of time now. Just a final word, it's pendragonapothecary.com. That's our website to take a look at some of the forward-leaning wellness products at Pendragon Apothecary. Well, that's it for the show. I promise next week we're going to run more clips from Sam Altman's recent interview at Stanford. So thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next week here on Future Shot.
Yesterday is yesteryear. Set your sights for tomorrowland. Future Shock is here to help you make your stand. Ready, set.